Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine Diaz, and today we will be learning about major body cavities within the human body. So first off, body cavities do have functions. One of them is that body cavities help protect the organs from external movement. So for example, our human body moves throughout the day, which body cavities help protect organs from that movement we do throughout the day. And while the other one is that body cavities allow the organs within the cavity to organize themselves by allowing organs to change into different shapes and sizes. That way the organs can separate from other organs and organs can just generally all fit neatly within that body cavity. So the body is divided into two major cavities, which is the ventral body cavity and the dorsal body cavity. The ventral body cavity contains the thoracic cavity and the abdominopelvic cavity, while the dorsal body cavity contains the cranial cavity and the vertebral canal, also known as the spinal cavity. So the cranial cavity contains the brain and is located within your head, while the vertebral canal contains the spinal cord and is in the dorsal part of the body. So moving on to the thoracic cavity, which is also known as the chest cavity, since it is located within that chest portion. Also, the thoracic cavity contains three cavities, which are the right and left pleural cavity and the pericardial cavity. The mediastinum, it lies right in between the right pleural cavity and the left pleural cavity. It basically just divides the thoracic cavity into two parts. It also contains the pericardial cavity, trachea, esophagus, and the thymus glands. So moving on, the right pleural cavity contains the right lung, located on the right side of the thoracic cavity, and the left pleural cavity contains the left lung and is located on the left side of the thoracic cavity. And lastly, the pericardial cavity surrounds the heart and is located in between each pleural cavity. So the heart is located within the mediastinum, only that it has its own cavity, which is the pericardial cavity, the pericardial cavity is located within the mediastinum. And lastly, the abdominopelvic cavity has two cavities, which is the abdominal cavity and the pelvic cavity. So the abdominal cavity contains digestive organs like the stomach, liver, pancreas, gallbladder, spleen, kidneys, small intestine, and most of the large intestine, but not all of the large intestine. It is also inferior to the diaphragm and superior to the pelvic cavity. And lastly, the pelvic cavity contains bladder, distal part of the large intestine, which is the sigmoid colon and rectum, and internal reproductive organs. It is also inferior to the abdominal cavity. And that is the end. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.